Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Joyce. If you're new, thanks for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. So I wanted to go on a quick road trip to New Orleans, somewhere I've never been but always wanted to go. So I decided to take a couple of days. I grabbed my sister and my niece and we drove out. Now we stayed in the Holiday Inn Hotel right near the Superdome. So it's right in the city, in the middle of everything. Very close by Bourbon Street, within walking distance of a lot of businesses. I was hesitant to stay in the hotel with it being a Holiday Inn. I typically steer clear of anything with "inn" at the end of it. But for this trip, I decided it was fine. And the hotel did not disappoint. It had a clarinet lounge right off the reception area where you check in at. Very nice. They have a bar. They also serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner there throughout the day. So if you don't even want to leave the hotel, you're able to go in there and get you something to eat. I was very impressed with the decor, and everything was very modern, clean, and neat. Like I said, the reception area is quite big. It's very spacious, decorated very nicely. There's the front door. So they have, lots of neat artwork all over the place for you to look at. So if you're a jazz lover, music lover, you would definitely want to take a couple of seconds to check out some of the artwork. Going back out the side door, which is where you could pull up at, I guess, to check in or out. And out there it is covered, but they do have a lot more artwork on the walls. Louisiana, New Orleans is known for their love of jazz music. So you see that all over the walls, decorated outside. So it's worth definitely taking a couple of minutes to go and check it out. This is the elevator area. Again, they have it decorated with this nice piece of artwork there. So just take time to look at everything before you head up to your room. So getting into the room, like I said, we're just there for a couple of days. So I didn't need anything just really fancy. We had 2 queen beds. As long as had plenty of towels, and the bathroom was very clean. So not much to complain about. Like I said, it's your standard kind of bathroom, but the tub, shower area, everything was extremely clean. There's me in the mirror. Hey. It wasn't a very big room, but we're really not going to be spending a whole lot of time in the room anyway. So I wasn't really tripping about that. The beds were comfortable. I had one to myself because, I'm the queen, of course. And my sister and my daughter shared the other bed. So just finishing up a quick room tour here. They provide you with a microwave, a mini fridge, mini fridge. Again, in New Orleans, I seriously doubt if you'll be doing a whole lot of eating in the room, but in the event that you do, they do have those things there available for you. And I believe all of these rooms have balcony views. So when I checked in, I asked if she could get me up as high as she could, because I wanted to be able to stand out on the balcony and view the city. So she got me up to the 14th floor, where it had amazing views of the city. So after we got situated, I decided I wanted to go over to the lower ninth ward to visit the Hurricane Katrina Museum there. It was like maybe a 5-minute drive. So here's the Lower Ninth Ward Living Museum. Each room is painted a different color. Each of the rooms have different art and art exhibits prior to, leading up to, and after Hurricane Katrina. It was very educational and still somewhat very sad. The lady that works there said that they never really truly kind of recovered from Katrina. They're just trying to do their best in that area. But I spent some time looking around at all of the different artwork and the interviews and, everything from people that were there when Katrina hit. It was kind of sad, but I'm very glad that I went. It's real educational. So after we left there, we decided to go get some food, and I checked out this Black-owned business called MKM Creations. I saw it on TikTok, so I wanted to try it out. These bourbon wings and seafood fries were the truth, okay? After that, a little later in the night, we had a tour set up to go visit the cemeteries, and while waiting, I saw the Lala Ree mansion that was used on American Horror Story Coven, where Kathy Bates and Angela Bassett were in. Cool. So there's our tour bus. It was a BYOB. So we visited some of the cemeteries, the Masonic Cemetery. I really wish I could have went in the daytime to have better seen, but maybe next trip. We also visited the Charity House Cemetery, which houses the New Orleans Katrina Memorial. It was dark, so it was kind of creepy, but cool at the same time. And our tour guide did talk about ghosts and spirits in this cemetery. He actually gave us these kind of these materials that they use on ghost hunters to see if we could summon up some spirits. This memorial is dedicated to the unknown Katrina victims, and they are also interned at this cemetery. They're the people that were unidentified, and they're at this cemetery. After the tour or during it, they do stop for a break at this coffee stand where you can get coffee, beignets, whatever you want to get. So the next day, we took the St. Charles Streetcar to get around the city and tour some more. I wanted to take a break. I can't drive and tour. So I hopped on the streetcar. The all-day pass was only $3 per person, and it literally took you all up and down St. Charles Avenue into the Garden District, where they had awesome, amazing views of the city. I would definitely recommend you take a streetcar. Get out of the car and just hop on one of the streetcars. It's a good way to see parts of the city that maybe you didn't even think you wanted to see. Very beautiful in that area. Streetcar also took us by both Loyola and Tulane universities. The architecture, the home, everything there was just so beautiful to look at. And you are required to have a mask on the streetcar, COVID. So after that, we stopped at this restaurant called Daisy Duke's Cafe for some lunch. Now, this wasn't really on my list of places to go. However, after walking around for a bit, I was tired and we just wanted something to eat. This was the first place we saw. So we stopped in. They have some artwork, kind of, jazz music sort of artwork on the walls. It's nothing too fancy. So I got the shrimp po' boy with the side of gumbo. And I do have to say, honestly, the food was just okay. Like, I wanted to love it, I wanted to experience all of the New Orleans cuisine, but this was just okay. It gave what it was supposed to give. After that, we went over to the French Market because I had heard that there was a place called Loretta's in there that has the best beignets. Again, this was another business that I saw on TikTok. And they said that her beignets will put Cafe Du Monde's beignets to shame. So I had to go find out for myself. Now, I did not get to experience Cafe Du Monde. However, let me just say, these praline beignets were the truth. They melted in my mouth. Oh my gosh, y'all. Delicious. It was like if heaven was a food, this was it. Go get some.
I gotta get someone.
So another thing I saw on TikTok was people wanting to see if people in New Orleans could say baby, because apparently they say it different, their accents. Yeah, I was trying to do my thing. I guess seduce the horse. I don't know what I was doing. So after mesmerizing my horse, we just decided to do a little bit more sightseeing. We were in Jackson Square, and again, there was just so much to do and see. My daughter decided that she wanted one of the street vendors to draw her photo. So as she was sitting there all still, people kept walking by, literally trying to say and do things. They were making funny faces, everything, trying to make her laugh. I'm surprised she was able to still tune all of that out and continue to sit there still as a statue. Oh, and the picture came out beautiful too. And the artist decided to hop in a selfie with me after the fact. Cool. So after a day of touring and sightseeing, I wanted to go dip in this rooftop pool. So I threw on my bathing suit and we went out. The water was actually hot. It was so hot outside that the water was hot. I thought I was in a hot tub rather than a pool. But anyway, it was a way to cool off a little bit. Y'all, the humidity and the heat in New Orleans mixed with my hot flashes. Whoo! I was pouring sweat literally every day that I was there. Like, New Orleans heat is way different than Arkansas heat. That's a different type of heat. But I managed. So the next day, I decided to do a little bit more sightseeing before we hit the road to go back home. So we drove up and down a little bit more of Bourbon Street just to see what all we could see. It's really congested there, so driving is very difficult. But I did my best. Before we left, we went to the Pythian Market because another place that was recommended was Willie Mae's. And she has another restaurant location. She also has one in this market that has like different food vendors. Y'all, the fried chicken and red beans and rice were literally like the best foods that I think I've ever eaten in my whole life. Everything is made fresh to order, so it did take a while for the order to get ready, which was cool because I walked a little bit over to a bar called Bar 1908. Like I said, there's a lot of food vendors in this one building. So I walked over there and decided to get me a frozen margarita while I waited. I had the watermelon Paloma. It was so delicious and refreshing. And let me tell you, that little bit of tequila that he put in there, I thought, oh, that's not going to make much of a difference. Guys, do not do what I did and suck that drink down fast because you can't taste the liquor. Because let me tell you, when we got up, got our food to walk back to the car, I definitely felt the effects of that drink. So I took a few more selfies out on the balcony before we got ready to check out. You know, got to make plenty of memories. And then back to Arkansas we went. I can definitely say I will be back to New Orleans. I really enjoyed myself. I enjoyed the culture. Definitely one of those places that I can see myself coming back to. Again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share if you haven't already. Until next time. Bye, you guys.